So I had to do it again because I didn't have enough room. I like a radius on my saddles, like a violin. The neck's pretty flat on this one, but I do like very high action for the bounciness. And what if I put taller frets or a larger fretboard or something? I want to have those screws there without buying new screws. And never mind the mechanicalness or the roughness of it. That's why, you know, most people take that ashtray bridge off of there because it's kind of clumsy and it falls off and it's just seems weird and it looks cooler to see the mechanics, right? I think. And it probably has something to do with the tone, but they stopped selling them with the ashtray bridge. But that's what they called it, an ashtray bridge. So I took one of the screws out at a time and just saddle tilted. So what I did, I put it in this here drill chuck with the hex key head facing out, the hex wrench. I'm just going to give it a little tighten, not too much. I don't want to crush the threads utterly, but I don't want it to go flying across the room either. That was my fear. I'd actually like to do this with magnet pole pieces before I put them in the bobbins. So I got my choice of two files here. This one's a little raspy. This one's more so of a file. All right, give it a try here. Don't worry, it'll only be a little mess. I'll just kind of roll the file a little. See how that feels. Still feels sharp. Be a little more aggressive with it this time, I think. All right. Seems sharper. So I'm just kind of doing that to it. It's working. The screw is actually very hard material, this screw. That's why I don't want to cut it too. I want it long in case I want it long. Well, it's already working. A little more. That's still a little sharp on the thread. I don't want to take any of the threads off, but maybe just the top few. That's very, very hard metal. Well, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. See if I can zoom in on it. It is kind of, let's see if I can press the focus button here. No, it's not really focusing. Put it up against something white so you can see. Where did it go? Oh. Yeah, see? It's rounded. I don't know if I've rounded it too much. Where's the magnifier? If I've rounded it too much, where's the better magnifier? Right here. Let's see if I can get it into this small lens here. Where's the drill now? There it is. Yeah, hopefully I didn't round it so much that the hex wrench, that is the correct name for it. It's not an Allen key. Somebody named Allen stole somebody's idea. Somebody named Philip stole a crosshead screwdriver and called it a Phillips. All right, so yeah, it still seems like it'll work. Yeah, it does seem like there's a lot of play in there now. Maybe it was like that already. It's one of those half sizes. All right, so I'll unscrew it here very gingerly. Whoops. Uh-oh, the Chuck ate it. Give it back, Chuck. Up chuck it. There it is. Get it? Up chuck it. Right? How much up chuck could a woodchuck tolerate? Sometimes I have to stop because I make myself laugh. Here's a little jeweler's thing here. Let's see. Well, that's not going to help. That's going to make it worse. All right, wait a minute. Where is it? Oh. And, oh, it's on the wrong side of the law. A minute. There you go. See? See what I did there? See? Now what I can do is I can put that back in and I'll show you compared to the other one. I want the screws sticking up because I've actually had them fall through the saddles because they were too short. And like I said, sometimes you put new frets on and they're much taller, or you got a different radius neck, or just, maybe I want to use these screws in a different guitar that requires longer screws. I don't want to have to go find new screws. I'd rather just take the sharp edge off of them. I mean, we live in a world where you can just, everything you know from video games, don't worry if your car blows up, a new one will appear in its place. That's not always the case. Sometimes you gotta really, it did make some difference, but it still is. I'm going to take out the other one and show you comparatively. I'll know when I start pounding my hands on it. It doesn't feel too sharp. It does feel better. It's still a little, the threads are a little sharp. I mean, the idea of cutting them off works. But, I've had situations where my action was so high and I needed, or my action was so low and I couldn't get the neck to do what I wanted because there was a certain aging to the way the neck would bend. So I needed that length on the screw and I really don't want to cut it off. I mean, you can still hear it, but you can hear the difference. Listen, here's the one I filed. Here's the one I didn't. Hear how sharp that is? Here's the other. See the difference? It's a big difference. So now, I'm going to take this one out real quick. Watch out. Watch out real quick. Take that one out right now. Right now, I swear, I'm going to take it out. I'll tell you right now, I don't want to take it out. Dare me. I dare me to do it. I miss my children. I love my children. I hope they see this and say, I like my dad. I love my dad. He's a good guy. Oh, I'm not perfect, but I do want my children back. Yes, this is the demon guitar. Bat out of hell guitar. I don't worship demons, but it came like that. What am I supposed to do? At least it doesn't have sex face paint makeup on, right? I'd rather see a demon coming out of hell with some genetic, what do you call that? Resurrection of bat fur or something. I don't know what the hell that represents, but I'd rather see that than a woman painted up like a Christmas clown wearing shoes that you would never walk through a mud field with or into a green, beautiful pasture. You'd have to get a tow truck to get her out of there. That will blow chunks. Spin this thing here. Maybe better off doing it by hand. Wait a minute. I definitely don't want this shooting across the room. I'm going to put it in a little further. Make sure it's straight. Yep. And it's got to be a good clean drill chuck. Oh no, Nico coughed on my video. Now I got to do it again. All right. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to go a little wilder on this one. Now that I realize how hard the metal is. very hard metal. Actually, I have to put a little pressure. Oh, this file is very hard file, but yeah, it's already better. One more time. I'll show it to you through the magnifier, through the super jeweler scope, through jeweler scope. Oops, don't do that. All right, wait a minute. Oh, wrong side of the wall. There we go. Hey, I'm gonna make you a video of 10 powered magnifying glass looking at the so-called moon to show you that's not the moon, because there's no way you would see the detail. Yeah, I figured out how to do it. How to put the microscope, whatever you call it, on the camera and use it like a telescope for birds and stuff. But I looked at the so-called moon the other day, which I already know wasn't the moon, right? And there's a bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them. And the detail was so fine. I'm like, that's impossible. But I already knew that. I only did it for, scientific proof. All right, so where am I at here? Oh, there it is. Turn it so you can see it. Oop, that's a little close, maybe. Oh, the closer I get, the smaller it looks. Oh, goody. Goody gumballs. Gotta change the angle here. Turn the whole... I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time angling it the correct... There it goes. There you go. See that? See what I've done? And now, up chuck it. Give it up. Give it back. Oh, I better use the key there. Give it back. Spit it out. No, you don't eat my saddle screws. All right. Now, 1, 2, let's see. Put it in. Uh-oh, the string's in the way here. Hold on. I'm able to put it on the end of the Phillips key. I mean the the George key. I mean the Gracie key. No, I better put it on the end of the hex wrench. Oh God. Hey, listen, let's not erase history, shall we? What's the national anthem? That's right. My country 'tis of thee. What's the alternate national anthem? That's right. Above the fruited plains. Actually, that's the third one. The second alternate one is what? That's right. God bless America. Right? That's the national anthem. It should be the world anthem, really. God bless the world. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people lying. They're ruining our lives. Wait a minute. Look at that. And it's in tune. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you. All right. So, here's the sound of the uncut ones. I'll come up closely there without bumping anything. Here's the cut ones. So now, I might hit that first one just a little bit more, because that first one is the terror. But as you can see, if you can see, wait, turn that off. This is like really kind of like, I try never to use the word cheap. It's kind of cheaply built, but it certainly was expensive for the person who built it, even. That's why I don't like to throw things out or chop them down if I can use them as they are somehow. Plus, like I said, I'm constantly... What am I looking for here? I don't know. Why am I showing that? All you need to do is hear it. See? Big difference already. So, uh-oh. I tuned it last week. My finger fingers hurt. I cut the nail too short, and I had to keep washing dishes and clothes and stuff. And now I have no more paper towels. Amazon was holding my paper towels hostage, and I'm banned from the Dollar Tree. So I've been putting the cardboard house together with shellac, which I've only got a little bit of it left because I'm not allowed at the Dollar Tree to get the glue I get. Easy does it. Man, my finger's really hurting. I can't play right now, but well, as you see, I'm whacking my hand on there, and so that's what I've done. Oh, that is what I wanted to show you, to see if we could compare the two sides of the ones that were done with the ones that were not done, if that's possible. I'm getting a bit of a glare there. Hold on a second. I don't want to drop this guitar on myself and injure myself further. See if I can get that bubble one there. Yeah, I'm not having much luck. I don't know how good you can see that. From a top view, you're probably not seeing anything, and I really can't get in there from a side view too good. But you get the point. Here's the one uncut. Here's the cut. A lot less sharp. Now I gotta do each one of these fret ends. See that skin coming off? They use the wood for a sample. I'm like, look at that skin coming. But I gotta do each one of these. And it's a lot of work. It's gonna take a while. I already ran something down the side. But that's not a problem. That was easy. But not enough. So all right, I can't play right now to demonstrate. Sorry. All right, thanks for watching. That was my idea, and it worked.